who owns that vacant house. So you're driving for dollars and you locate a vacant house, or you're headed to view a house and you see a vacant house. How do you determine who owns that vacant house? Well, I'm going to show you in this video how I do it, the app that I use, and the other bells and whistles that come with it. Plus, if you stick around, as a bonus, I'm going to show you how to look up who owns that vacant house for free. So you know what you need to do is simply stand by. Let's get it.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. You know. 205-964-5243. You know.
Hello guys, this is Ty, aka the Flip Man. So who owns that vacant house? In this video, I'm going to show you the apps and tools that I use to determine who owns that vacant house. And as a bonus, I'm going to give you a free option to look up that same information. But in the apps and tools that I use, you can access those as a 5-day free trial to test it out, to see all the bells and whistles that go beyond just determining who owns that vacant house. Make sure, if you're here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, tap the little bell, select all so you are notified whenever I upload new videos like this one, plus when I go live on YouTube and all the other platforms. Also, make sure you like it. Guess what? When you like a video, you create a library of my content. All you have to do on your app is select library and then select liked videos, and boom, you don't ever have to try to search for a video that you watched of mine. Now it's all there on the likes. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter under Ask Flipman. You can access this particular app and tool that I'm going to use right here at diggerlater.com. You can tap the link in the description of this video or in the comment section of this video, and you can access that 5-day free trial to use the exact same app and tool I use every day to find great deals, which means making money. So on to the video. Okay, so let's get into the trusted app. Okay, so I have a address ready to go here. I'm gonna type it in, but it's already there. So 14, this is what you would do. This is one way you'll locate the property. 1403 30th Street North. And then it automatically populates, so I'll select it. So once you're in here, it's just some general information that you can look at on the property. You can look at the years built up here at the top, 1930. You can see it's 5 beds, 1.5 baths as reported to the county. The square footage is 2,116 square feet, and the lot size is 9,500 square feet. Now it's given an estimated value of 170,000 plus, and you don't want to automatically go by that. So now let's scroll down and we see the property details. And if I tap on where it says owner name 1, it shows the owner, Urban Phoenix LLC, shows their mailing address. All right, shows relationship type, company, corporation. So this is an investor more than likely. All right, the other thing we want to look at quickly is the transaction history. We scroll all the way down, goes back to April of 2013. We showed an actual cash sale of $7,500. Later on that year, someone purchased it for an LLC, or someone put it in their name for LLC or something, for $15,000 4 months later. Then in 2018, they sold it for $19,500. And then in 2018, they sold it for $60,000. All right, now they held on to it for a minute, because now if you go over to the MLS details, it shows that it's listed right now for $175,000. It's been on the market for 60 days or so. Okay, so that's some very important information when you're driving for dollars. All right, now you can also get into comps, and it's better to look at these on the desktop version, but I'll just quickly show you. So the blue dot is your property, and when you're looking at a property, when you see this many comps, that's always what you're looking for, especially these are really close to our subject property. If I tap on one of these, I'm gonna tap on number 2. It pulls up the details on that particular property. If I hit details, now I can look at that property. I can see who owns that. I can see the transaction history. All right, see open loans back in 2012. So all of that information. So to go back to our subject property, you hit back, okay? And now you want to save this if it's a property you want to target if it's vacant. Now this is already saved, so I'm gonna delete, right, really quick. And then if you hit the heart, it'll save your property, and now you can pull this up. It'll be in your details on your desktop version also, which is very important. I'll show you why here in a moment. All right, so now let's go back to the beginning, because I want to show you how when you're out driving for dollars, there's a drive feature here, and you can set the features, but that's not what this video is about. But I'm gonna show you a simple way when you're just out driving for dollars. If you actually select the geolocate option, and this is not far from my office, it's a neighborhood near my office, it'll identify, you would see a blue dot on where you're located, right? And so on any of these, if you actually just select this particular block, it'll give you the details on that property. And that's a lot of times how you'll determine what the address is. And from there, you hit details, it's going to pull up all the information we just discussed on the subject property that we started with on 30th Street North. All right, and the same details here, which it shows the previous MLS data, and it sold for $324,900 back in June of 2018 or whatever. But that's how you were doing. So if you want to save a property because you were driving for dollars and you were doing it using the geolocate option, you would still just tap on, and I'll do this, and then we'll look at it here on the desktop version. I'll tap on the heart to save the property. So now it's in our list. So now what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and get over to the desktop version, and we'll see how it connects together. Okay, so now we're in the desktop version. Okay, so what you'll do here to pull up those properties that you were driving for dollars with, you'll go over here to my properties, and then under here you see mobile. All right, so favorites, you'll select them all here at the bottom, and then here they are. All right, so this is the one that we started out with, the 1403 30th Street North. So you select that and you pull it up. And so now, as you can see, the information is a lot more clear. All right, so like you see the owner's name, I see their mailing address. And one of the great things about it, you can see what other properties they own. They own 4 other properties, right? So they own 2 in that zip code, 1 in another zip code, and 1 in a different zip code. Most of those are D and C areas or whatever. So now you have an idea of what type of properties they potentially will buy. And you can get into the details on what they pay for each one of these properties if you click on them. So now also you can get in here and sort of comp your property. And when you're comping your property, which is a different video, but I'll go through it really quick. So I like the map version of this. And when you're comping your property, as you can see, the red dot is your main property here. And so you have 4, well, let me say have 4 of them, 1, 2, 4, and 5. That are all within this main street here. See how the darker, thicker white, the thicker white lines here? You want to really stay in between that if you can, in most cases, because that's right there what we consider in the same subdivision or same area of that property. So if I wanted to, I could just look at 1, 2, 4, and 5. But if I want to get a little bit more honed in, I can use the draw tool and just highlight those. And it takes getting used to on using that. And so now it only pulls up those 4 properties. okay, with those 4 properties. All right, so what we like to do is 3 things we like to look at immediately. The year built, we want to stay in the range of 5 years newer and 5 years older, so up or down 5 years, so 1935 to 1925 if possible. On the lot square footage, which is 9,500 square feet, we like to stay in a range of 2,500 square feet up or down. And the square footage of the house, ideally, we like to stay in the range of 200 square feet up or down. So on this particular property, we have 1930. So we have 3 1930s here, which is good. So as you can see, a cash price was paid for $21,000. We see $18,000, and then it jumps up to $80,000. So let's look at that particular property and see why it was sold for so much or whatever. So compared to the other 2. All right, now this was an MLS listed property, and so we can see they did. Doesn't even look like they really did any renovations on this property. So let's go back, and they paid the $80,000. It sold. I'm sorry, it sold well on 30 on MLS, but recently it sold for the $80,000. Wow, that's interesting. It sold for $80,000, and then now they have a loan on it shortly after that for $150,000. Very interesting. Doesn't like they've done any work to it unless the work was done when they paid back. That was back in 28. They've already rehabbed and they can got a loan on it or whatever. That's very interesting to see that. But that's how you look at that particular property. Now, on this particular owner, as we mentioned, you had the 4 additional properties. So this is a cash buyer. That's one of the things. Again, you can go over to the mortgage and transaction history, and you can see those details that I laid out earlier on the actual app. So on the desktop version, it just gives you a easier view. You can dive into the data a lot more. So again, just wanted to show this video on how to locate vacant owners. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm going to show you a free way of doing the same exact thing. But to access this, all you have to do is just simply get over to my site, dearyourlater.com. You can sign up for the 5-day free trial on this. Before you sign up, you really want to watch this video here because it shows you a lot more on what the actual tool can do itself. But you can start the 5-day free trial because it just does so much. I mean, you can build cash buyers lists, and I'll just show you really quick. When you want to build an actual list, you go up here to search. We'll just put in Jefferson County, just really quick. I just wanted to show you some of the bells and whistles here, and some of y'all are already familiar with, some are not. But anyway, so in this area here, this is how you would build your list. As you can look, you can build all types of lists: vacant, liens, pre-foreclosure, auctions, bank-owned, cash buyers, high equity, free and clear, bankruptcy, divorce, tax delinquencies, flippers, failed listings, senior owners, vacant land, tired landlords, zombie properties, pre-probate. So you can really build a lot of different lists that you can target to make money with. So let's get over to the free option right now. Okay, so let's get into it. So the website is NetR Online. Okay, so where you want to go is you want to go to the public records, right? All right, so once you get to the site, we'll go to the home page. All right, so what you want to do is you go to the public records online. All right, so now it has a list of states here, obviously. And so I'll just choose my state. We're in Alabama. So you select the state, and then the county where the property is located. You'll go here, and we'll just use Jefferson County, which is one of my more targeted areas where I live also. And then this is going to be different on all sites, right? And so in Alabama, to identify who owns the property, you go through the tax records. All right, so you select go to data online. Now this is a free option, And just understand most, well, I'm gonna say most. A lot of county websites are not user-friendly. This site has not changed since I started real estate. It has not changed. 18 years and it hadn't changed, you know, so that's where our tax dollars are going. So here, I would just put in the, I think hopefully it'll pull it up. You know, it's just tricky sometimes. So we'll just go with 30th Street North. So it pulls it up. So boom. So that shows the owner's name. It shows their mailing address right there on that particular property. Now you click on this, it'll get a little bit more detail, but that's the location of the property. And then this is the mailing address. So that's the actual free version of it. Again, you locate it through NetR online, all right? And you follow those instructions that I just gave you. But that's all if that's all you need and all you can afford, then roll with it. I said this is a bonus to show you how to do it for free. But if you want to get it really into it and you're dead serious about it, you want to get over here to dearlater.com. You watch this video first, right? And then you start the 5-day free trial, because the worst thing you want to do is start the 5-day free trial and you haven't watched this video, and really any video I have related to the actual tool, which is PropStream, which I'm a reseller of. So hopefully this particular video helped. I wanted to put something together really quick to show you when you're out driving for dollars, how to locate properties and how to do the research on them, which it gets a little more detail, but it really starts there when using that method of finding deals, or if that's one of your methods of finding actual deals. So remember to make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications by tapping the little bell, select the all so you are alerted when I upload new videos like this, and also when I actually go live, which is quite a few times during the week, so you can get that free knowledge, get your questions answered live. Make sure you like this, and when you like this, it automatically goes in your library, and you can refer back to it through your like videos by simply selecting library on your app, and then scroll down to the bottom, you'll see liked videos. You should do that on all of my content, and you'll slowly be able to go back and refer back to particular videos that you watch, because a lot of people say, I can't find that video that I watched. Or if you like it, you automatically be able to access it back through your library and like videos. Also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at AskFlipMan. Again, make sure you like and share this, and I will see you guys on the flip side.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.